Can it be over here?
No, it's best to get pretty close into it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I better hold it.
So that's why I had it off to the side a little from the podium, so you could get to it a little more easily.
Can you take it off?
Yeah. Yep.
Good afternoon and welcome to MnCAN's 2022 Break the Barriers Fundraiser. I'm Jeannie Bridgman and I'll be your MC. I'm really excited to be here because MnCAN is near and dear to my heart as a stroke survivor and a person living with aphasia. When I had my stroke 3 years ago, I had never even heard of the language disorder called aphasia until I had it. I first came to MnCAN as a program participant in a conversation group. Since then, I have helped fund the MnCAN Gavel Club, and I am its president. I'm also a MnCAN board member. But most of all, I'm an ambassador for aphasia and the MnCAN community. We're so glad you joined us. This afternoon promises to be so inspiring. You'll hear from several of our program participants who want to share their journeys with you and the difference that MnCAN has made in their lives. You'll hear from our retiring executive director, Julia Halvorson. And you'll have a chance to meet our new executive director, Kayley Mundis, who will be starting in October. We are honoring the legacy of Julia, Dr. Cindy Bush, and others who started this program 9 years ago. This is an exciting time for MnCAN, and we're thrilled that you're all a part of this. Your help today is so critical to moving MnCAN forward. We need your help to raise the funds needed to keep programs thriving for the remainder of the year. Isn't our auction just amazing? We want to thank everyone who's bidding on auction items. I also want to give a big shout out to all the local businesses and donors who generously gave to the auction. If you see me counting on my fingers, that is a strategy that I learned from MnCAN to help me with those longer syllable words. But we couldn't do this without our sponsors. right now, I like to acknowledge our sponsors in leading the way in giving tonight. A big thanks to AbleNet, who is our Aphasia ambassador sponsor. Our Aphasia partner sponsors are the Watertone Lions Club and Alina. And our let me start again. Our Aphasia Friends sponsor is the Toastmaster on a Stick Club. Yay! We also want to give a huge thanks to Steve and Susan Ziverman. They will be inspiring your giving with a $10,000 match. Oh, yeah! Thank you all for your generous support. Now, I'd like to introduce you to our auctioneer, Maura Lynch from Flatibow Advancement will be paving the way for your giving. Maura, would you come up and say a few words?
Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, everyone. I am so excited to be here again. My name is Maura Lynch. I'm a professional auctioneer and bid spotter with Flatibow Advancement. And I want to thank Julia and the staff and your board for entrusting me with the fundraising side of this wonderful celebration of the MnCAN community, past, present, and future. I will be back in a little bit, but until then, continue to enjoy the food and drink and the inspiring stories that you're about to hear.
Thank you, Maura. I am so proud to introduce you to Tiffany. As a woman in her 30s, the possibility of being a stroke survivor and a woman living with aphasia never even occurred to her. She was getting ready for work one morning, but never made it there. Instead, she found herself at the hospital. She was unable to speak, read, write, or move her hand. Over a year later, she has exceeded expectations. She continues to improve through her faith and her perseverance.
So when I went to the hospital and they told me I had a stroke, I was like, what is a stroke? Or whatever. And then I couldn't talk. So let me tell you that. I couldn't talk, I couldn't read, I couldn't write or anything. But I was like, what is a stroke? So, and my mom and my sister, they were like, this is what's going on. It's a lot, but it's going to be okay because me and God are going to go through this, and we have. And so it's coming along, but this aphasia, it's a lot. I tell you that. It's a lot. I would say me reading and talking is coming along quickly. I'm like, okay, I can write my name or a word, but I can't write a sentence. So that's really hard for me. But it's coming along. So I go to 4 groups, which is a lot. Yes. So I go to Toastmaster Gavel Club. I like that. I love it. Yes. And I go to Aphasia conversation group and young adult support groups and drama club. I practice communication skills with people who have aphasia, reading and writing, all of it, and that's really good for me. Other people in the, hold on, sorry. I'm doing really good. So let me just calm down. It helps me, like I said, to communicate with people who have aphasia and who doesn't. I have developed friendships outside of the group, and it's Colin and Gina. They are really nice friends, I tell you that. We have, okay, let me just stop. Whew. I already know what I'm gonna say. These are genuine friendships. It's a lot. Trying to talk and read and everything. What can you do? You have to try. And so I'm trying. Oh, Jesus, sorry. I'm trying. As a young survivor, I never thought that this would happen to me. Really. It's a safe place to talk about my dreams and plans. I'm gonna write a book, maybe two, and I'm going to be a motivational speaker and be an advocate for people who have aphasia and strokes. I would say, let me talk. A lot of times people don't let us talk. They just be like, oh, you have aphasia, and they don't want to let you talk. We talk slowly, but just let us talk though, okay? And I would say, just be patient with us. Talking takes more time. Really boring. My family and friends are working during the day, so I will be limited opportunities to practice my communication with skills improve, If I didn't have MnCAN, I don't know what I would do, I have friends, so we go to wherever we want to go to, like restaurants, we went to a art show or whatever and stuff like that, so it's okay. Now I have MnCAN.
Thank you, Tiffany, so much for sharing your story with us. You summed it up perfectly by just saying, having aphasia is a lot. It is a lot every minute of every day when you have the words in your head, but you can't get them out the way that you want to. And Tiffany, thank you so much for persevering. And please stand up, Tiffany. You are an inspiration to all of us and a great ambassador for aphasia. Now, I'd like to invite our current executive director, Julia Halvorson, to come up to the stage. Julia has been our executive director since the beginning and has played a critical role in bringing MnCAN to life. She is now passing this dream of serving people with aphasia onto new leadership. Welcome, Julia.
Oh, those are some bright lights. How are you doing that? Good afternoon, everyone. It's so nice to see so many familiar faces, some surprises and unexpected faces, and some new ones that are here today to support this wonderful organization that is very close to my heart, MnCAN. Go back in time with me a little bit. Let's go to 2011. I'm a speech pathologist at Ridgeview Medical Center, and I'm supervising a graduate student from Minnesota State University. She's telling me about these great conversation groups that her professor, Dr. Cindy Bush, is leading. The groups were using this kind of a new approach called supportive conversation techniques and life participation approaches to aphasia. And those approaches focused on how we can support communication during natural conversation and how we encourage people with aphasia to participate in life activities again. This was pretty new stuff back then. My student, Nicole, wherever you are, said, you need to get connected with Cindy to learn more about these groups. And I did. I started an aphasia conversation group under Cindy's direction with the Minnesota Stroke Association. That student, through Cindy's tutelage, changed the way I treated patients with aphasia. It changed from rote drill to something much more functional, and that really resonated with me. Now, fast forward to 2013, when because of structural changes at the Stroke Association, our little band of group facilitators and volunteers were forced to figure out what to do with these amazing groups. We sat down, we discussed. Remember, Cindy? And we tried to come up with different ideas, or maybe we just had to disband our groups. But we decided to start a nonprofit to support people with aphasia using these new approaches. And we made sure that the focus was a social model, building confidence through practice with supportive peers and speech pathologists. And people did start gaining bonds with each other, building confidence, and getting back to life as much as they desired to do so. I had the privilege of becoming that founding executive director of this new little band of rebels. And in January 2014, MnCAN was born, with 6 groups and 30 participants with aphasia. Now, fast forward even further to the present day. Nearly 9 years later, where MnCAN offers 11 conversation groups, 3 support groups, a Toastmasters Gavel Club, a drama club, Jill and Rich, a one-to-one communication partner program, a coffee chat group, and innovative programs for people with primary progressive aphasia. Hooray, guys. MnCAN has developed an excellent reputation as a member of the international organization Aphasia Access and has made its mark as one of approximately 10 independent nonprofit centers in the United States using the life participation approach to aphasia. Yes, that deserves some applause. That founding director is now retiring, and Cindy Bush is an esteemed emeritus board member for MnCAN. Cindy, we all owe you a debt of gratitude for being innovative enough to introduce what was then a new way to support people with aphasia. You not only changed the lives of people with aphasia, but you changed my life too. And that's what MnCAN is all about, changing lives through a lot of hard work, both for the program participants and for its leaders. It has been the privilege and the absolute joy of my life as a speech pathologist and MnCAN's executive director to walk with people whose lives were drastically changed by aphasia, to be a support in that journey, to develop meaningful programs inspired by people with aphasia and primary progressive aphasia themselves. To laugh with you and cry, to listen and find ways to communicate when there were no words. These last 2 years took me further away from the programs and participants as MnCAN grew and the responsibilities of the position changed as I prepared MnCAN for this transition. Your support allowed MnCAN to hire 2 new part-time speech pathology staff. I can't see very well, but Angie Meyer, you might raise your hand. And Allison Robinson, who you have seen today. Hey. Both greeted you at the door with their smiling faces. They were hired to help our program participants tell their stories and to educate others about aphasia and to keep our programs strong. New systems have been developed to more efficiently serve participants and volunteers, our graduate students in speech pathology who we train, and our own contract speech pathologists. All of that is very good and moves the organization forward in a significant way. You know, I think of MnCAN as a vehicle, a car, actually. We started out as this wonderful little Volkswagen, and now I'd say we've moved up to maybe a roomy Chevy Suburban. Angie and Allison, you are the engine and the lights, along with the speech pathologist group facilitators, the heart of MnCAN. The program participants are in both the passenger seat and the driver's seat, doing a lot of steering and conversation as we drive along. And you here who support MnCAN's programs and services financially and with your volunteerism are the gas stations, the fuel pump. We're all riding down this road together, moving forward. Now it's time to refuel. And that's where you come in, Kaylee. You, as executive director, are the gas. Or maybe in time you'll change it to an electric vehicle. Either way, I'm very excited to turn over the pump handle to you. And I look forward to seeing where you all will go in these wide open spaces and this ever-changing landscape. I guarantee you are in for an exciting and extraordinary ride. And I will be waving and cheering you all on from the side of the road. With that, I'd like to introduce you to MnCAN's incoming executive director, Kayley Mundis.
Thank you, Julia. I am truly happy to be here with all of you today, and I look forward to learning more about each of you and the impact MnCAN has on your lives. I'm excited for a lot, a little nervous, of course, but I am looking forward to joining such a mighty and growing organization. I'm eager to further get to know the team, volunteers, to learn from the speech-language pathologists, as well as to learn from and about each participant. Most importantly, though, I want to make a positive impact in the lives of those affected by aphasia. The progress of MnCAN over the past 9 years is obviously notable, from the number of lives touched to the continued ambition, growth, and drive to expand reach throughout the state. There is so much to be admired, and I see an abundance of potential. I am pleased to have the opportunity to be a part of what is to come. Much of my previous experience involves marketing and sales within the realm of senior living. A lot of that includes communication, building trust, finding a commonality or a common ground to provide appropriate referrals and services for families and loved ones trying to make the next step. I seek to apply and grow upon these same attributes to further spread awareness of MnCAN and its offerings across an assortment of networks and throughout various regions here in Minnesota. I find true reward in being a part of positively changing lives. In the past, I have had the opportunity to work with a number of stroke survivors, some who have developed aphasia, and it always amazes me to watch such unwavering determination or to be witness to that, especially at a time when life is throwing so many obstacles one's way all at once. Every goal met is heartening, whether it be a small day-to-day progression or a pronounced obstacle. Stories such as Tiffany's, for example, are truly inspiring. Someone who exceeds expectations, has overcome so many obstacles and broken many barriers already, but continues to surpass stated potentials. I cannot wait, and I truly look forward to playing a role in and being a part of such inspiration. Thank you so much.
What a wonderful afternoon this is to reflect on the beginnings and how far MnCAN has come, and also to be so excited about our future. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce a peer who I've come to really admire. Someone has worked so hard to share her story with you. Gina will inspire you as she talks about this wonderful organization that has given her focus and support. Like me, she is finding her purpose in this world after her stroke. Her work with friends and program participants at MnCAN are making it possible. I am so honored to present my friend Gina as our keynote speaker. Come on, Gina.
Sorry. Thank you. Okay. It's truly a bright stage. Okay, it's serving me well. I am not even watching you. Good afternoon. I am Jeanette Androsco, and I am excited you're here to witnessed the auction and or online of my parents. Several months ago, Julie asked me to share my thoughts and experiences with you all today. Hopefully, you grasp the fraction of the gift that being involved with MnCAN means to me. Okay, the tissue, it's just needed. I am daughter, wife, mom, friend, family member, nurse, co-worker, researcher. People describe me as determined to a fault and passionate doer. Simple, genuine, grateful, and joyful. In August 2020, my story started with trouble with my vision at work. At the time, COVID dominated every conversation. Good news, 8 hours and several tests later, no COVID, but bad news, 18 hours later, I suffered a stroke. I was devastated. As a nurse, I have a little trouble with the non-automated hand for brushing my teeth, getting my clothes on, eating, tying my shoes, or attempting to tie my shoes, and I desperately wanted to communicate, but my speech was incomprehensible. Also, without understanding the date and time, I was lost. Fast forward to 1 year after my stroke, I was missing the connection piece with other people with aphasia. Of all the hours spent on homework or rehab, the connection piece is the most important pillar in my journey of recovery. It's loud now, sorry. Being connected with people helped me to conquer the hurdles of stroke and aphasia. One of the guiding principles, you're aware, stroke survivors, is repetition, and more repetition. You're remembering. I needed to talk more. Here's the place where my nursing brain, research brain, and survivor brain collide. Research has found that neuroplasticity is the brain's of the ability to reorganize itself to form new connections with nerves. Through MnCAN's Gavel Club. It's modeled after Toastmasters. I was able to take advantage with neuroplasticity by having real-time conversation practice. I was comfortable enough to try to use bigger words and more words strung together to stretch myself. After joining MnCAN, my speech and independence skyrocketed. Being around people who live with aphasia and model the traits, patience, humbleness, and grace allowed me to grow confidence. Sorry. Okay. I stumble at my words sometimes, but trying and failing is not a failure at all. It's the necessary part to learning and the whole process of neuroplasticity. I craved many things after my stroke, still do, but my purpose was missing. MnCAN programming gave me my purpose back. A reason to speak beyond my homework, a reason to check in with other people and help other people, and a reason to fight for myself in my optimum recovery. Take a look around the room, or think about someone who is affected by aphasia. You are watching the program because you are invested in someone or the memory of someone. You are the testament needed to absolutely keep building the MN program and the organization as a whole. Thank you.
Wasn't that just amazing and inspiring? You know, MnCAN is more than just an organization. It's a community that brings people together and really supports them not only in working on practicing their communication, but participating in life again. And Gina, you are a great testament to that. Now I'm going to turn over the program to Maura, who will lead the way with our giving through Fund-A-Need and the live auction. Thank you, Maura.
Thank you so much. This is the time where we all come together as a community to support this community of thrivers, survivors, thrivers who keep trying. That was kind of this recurring theme. We keep trying. And trying and failing is part of the process. Thank you both so much for your words. I'm deeply moved as somebody who is paid to speak fast. It's not lost on me what I'm doing here in relation to those who we're really drawing together to support, right? So this is where we start the funding need part of our program. And a couple of things first is I want to acknowledge our online audience, which is being monitored by our wonderful volunteers over here, who also have tuned in to care about this issue along with us, to do some bidding. My computer, you saw that it fell over. Could I hand that to you? Thank you. Who are supporting us with their bids and their gifts in the Fund a Need. And, you know, it's a wide, wide world, right? So we really want to make sure that everybody has a chance to give in a way that is meaningful to you and that can, you know, whatever works for you is what makes a difference. Sometimes we say stretching a little bit beyond what we're comfortable with is extremely rewarding, and the most important thing is for you to give in a way that is most meaningful to you. I also want to just start this off by saying that it is a huge gift to be able to announce to you that we have a special opportunity for all the donations and gifts that are made here today that will be doubled, thanks to Steve and Susan Zimmerman. Is that you by chance? Sitting in front. Thank you so much. A mindful planning match of get this, $10,000. So what this means is whatever amount you give, if you give $500, it's like giving $1,000. If you give $25, it's like giving $50. And their match of $10,000 is just extremely generous, and it's a real catalyst and a real vote of support for this organization as it moves from the past and the present into the very needful future. So thank you so much again. Let's have another round of applause for them. Just going to make sure I'm able to see our online gifts as well for the Fund a Need, so I guess I'll just move it right over here. All right, so we are going to start, unless Julia, you had anything else you wanted to say as far as the, nope, okay, all here. Just wanted to be sure. I'm gonna move that. I keep watching that, I think it's gonna fall over. Okay, so we're gonna start at the $1,000 level, and before we have you hold up your paddles, everybody, you have your program in your hand. If you could all hold them up. This is the first time that you can make a gift of $1 million. Just so you all know where your card is, and your number is on the back. It is a little hard to see, as they have noted, so be patient with me. But let us get started, first of all, at the $1,000 level. Who here would be willing to start us off at $1,000? Please hold up your card. Yes, number 124. So they will be recording it over here. Number 124, thank you so much for your $1,000 gift. We really appreciate it. Other gifts at the $1,000 level. At the bar, number 158, thank you so much. Appreciate it very much. Woo! Any other gifts at the $1,000 level? This is really going to be taking us forward into the future. There are many ways that your donations today are going to support the services in person and virtually. So thank you so much. Any last call on $1,000? We always say you're welcome to go in doubles of that or multiples of it in any way you want. And you can also make an offer of that gift at a later time as well. Okay, thank you for the $1,000 gifts. And online, do we have the names? Or I'm not able to see them. Do we have any at 1,000? Okay, thank you. Okay, our next level is the $500 level. So who here or online is going to help us out at the $1,000 level? Number 117, thank you, for $500. Number 105 for $500. Number 120 for $500. This is great. Number 108, thank you so much at $500, excuse me, I know I misspoke earlier. Number 146, $500. Number 100, 100 at $500. All right. Anyone else? This is so exciting. This is going to keep, this is that fuel that Julie was talking about. We are the fuel here. Anyone online? I can't see. Okay. All right. Our next level is $250. Right off the bat. Boy, she didn't waste a second. Number 138 at $250. Thank you. Number 122 at $250. Number 195 at $250. Number 150 at $250. Number 110 at $250. Wow, this is great. Anyone else? Any online and that we can follow? Okay, if you are there and I'm not seeing yet, thank you so much. All righty. The $100 level. Let's see what kind of participation we can have, at the $100 level. Number 135 for 100. Number 147 for 100. Number 194 for 100. Number 123 for 100. Number 123 for 100. Number 199 for 100. Number 160 for 100. Number 107 for 100. Anyone else? I'm sure they're coming in. It's okay that I can't see it. I just see the number is getting bigger on my screen. That's what we're looking for, right? Anyone else at the $100 level? All right. Excellent. Thank you so much. All right. The $50 level. Can we have any cards go up for people at the $50 level? Number 11, is that a 4 or a 9? It's a 4. Number 114 for $50. Anyone else for $50? Looking for 50? Anyone else? All right. And our final level, $25. Any takers at $25? All right. Online, we have a gift or two online at $25. Oh, 100. All right. A late karma around 100. We can always go back up. Anyone else at 25? Well, this has already been excellent participation. So thank you so much. All right. So what we're going to do next is to continue to support this transition from the past and the present into the future. And we are going to do our live auction with my able assistant here. Allison is coming up to help. And I'm going to move out of the way a little bit here.
Hello? Oh, I got it. Okay. Well, I wanted just to let you all know that I'm very excited to present to you the live auction items. We have 3 items today. They're a lot of fun. I know you're going to like them, so let's get started. The first item that we have is a custom-made stained glass address sign by none other than board member Jeannie Bridgman. Woo! This beautiful handcrafted artwork gives anyone's home a touch of class and style. Please listen to Jeannie on video as she shares with us why she loves mosaic work and how it reminds her of her stroke recovery process.
I would like to tell you about my mosaic piece for the auction. I had a stroke 3 years ago, and at the time I felt like my life just shattered into pieces. But I found by doing mosaics, I am able to put these pieces together and create something new and beautiful. I am excited to be donating a custom address sign for the auction and give back to MnCAN for all the ways that they have helped me.
All right. I'm going to actually even ask Jeannie if you'll hold this little show and tell. Keep it going. All right. So I've done that before, not nearly as well as she has, and I'm here to tell you the value of this is really priceless. However, we're going to start the bidding at $200, so you know what to do. You raise your card, and we'll go up and see what we can get. All right. Looking for a $200 bid. Who's going to start us off at $200? This is something that's going to be a great gift, perhaps, maybe for a wedding or new homeowners that you know. But let's see what we can have. Do we have anyone at $200? Looking for a $200 starting bid? All right, let's start at $100. Who's going to get us going with a $100 bid? This is something that's going to, oh, there we go. All right, we have a $100 bid. Looking for $200. Looking for a $200 bid. I have 200 here. Yeah. 200. 200 make it 3. Who's going to make it 3? All right. Looking for a $300 bid. $300 bid. Anyone? Do we have anyone online? Okay. Just want to make sure we give them their due recognition and appreciation. Looking for a $300 bid. Anybody? $300. Woo! All right. Looking for 3. We have 300. Looking for 4. 4. 3 make it 4. 400. 3 make it 4. 3 make it 4. Who's going to go with $400? Anybody else? Anybody at 400? We have 400 here. All right. All right. We like that. Thank you. 400. Let's go 500. What do you say? We got 500. Anybody else? We love latecomers too, by the way. Looking for a $500 bid. I think there's some little conversation going on perhaps between some people in the back of the room. Looking for a $500 bid. $500 bid. I see, they're really contemplating this, I can tell you. 400 here. We like that. Oh, you know when you scratch your nose and that kind of thing at an auction? Yes. We're at 4 or 5? I'm going to test you. We're at 5. We're at 5. I just want to make sure you know what you're bidding. All right, $500 bid. Anyone else? What I was saying, sir, that when people partially hold up their card, it can look like a bid, so you got to be careful here. I have eagle eyes. We have $500 here. Anyone else? $500? You're still contemplating. I think that the hands are folded. 500 going once. 500 going twice. Anyone else? All in, all done. Sold. Thank you so much. Woo! Oh, there we go. Sealed it with a kiss. I like that. Can you hold up your card number again? Could you hold up your bid card number again? Yes, 158. Yes, thank you so much. I think I might know where that's going to go. I don't know. I could be wrong. Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. Appreciate it very much. Thank you for your bidding. All right, our second item.
Well, that was fun. All right, our second item, Destination Duluth. All right, I want you guys all to imagine, maybe it's a late fall day, winter, maybe early spring. You are ready to relax and have some fun. So what do? Why not take a short trip to Duluth, okay? You can stay in a waterfront suite in the at the South Pier Inn, and this is located near the renowned aerial lift bridge. You can spend the day exploring the unique shops in Duluth, the museums, or maybe check out the attractions at the Canal Park. For dinner, head on over to the Bent Paddle Brewery. Get some dinner, maybe a few beers. Don't forget to fill up your growler. Take it home as a little treat for yourself following, the next day. And then to unwind at the end of your day, head on back to your room and enjoy the sunset. Your room is overlooking the Duluth Harbor. And for further relaxation, why don't you enjoy your jacuzzi? Or put on your complimentary robe and cozy up by the fireplace with your glass of wine. The next morning, you get to head over to the popular Duluth Grill and check out their specialty breakfast items. This getaway has it all. Now I invite you to make the memories.
Ooh. Wow, she's hired. All right, thank you so much. This is donated by a group of individuals, so thank you, whoever you are, as we thank Jeannie for her generous gift with the mosaic and stained glass work. So, all you have to do on this one is show up. I think that's really pretty much how it boils down, so we really like this one. Let's start the bidding for this at $200. I have right here $200. Now 200, now 300, excuse me, now 300, now 4. $300, now 4. I have 400 in the back, thank you, sir. 4, make it 5. 4, make it 5. In the back, 500, thank you. 5, make it 6. I have 600.
Woo-hoo.
600. Looking for, let's hear it for these bidders. What do you say?
Come on, all right. Woo!
$600. Looking for 7. 6, looking for 7. I'm looking for, there it is in the back. Thank you, sir. A whole lot of people are interested in this, and you know what it's supporting. I have $700. Let's have 8. A testimony. Yes, ma'am.
I am responsible for getting the free night at the South Pier Inn because we've been going there for years, and I think they've gotten to know us. And it is amazing. You either choose the room that's 20 feet from the harbor or 20 feet from the channel, and the freighters come in and out. And South Pier Inn provides you a list of each boat and what they're bringing in, where they're from, if they're coming or going. It's all glass, modern, Scandinavian looking, and it's a small boutique owned by some individuals. It is not to be missed.
Woo! Wow. All right, we're at $700, looking for $800 bid. You just upped the ante on that just with the description. 800 here, thank you, ma'am. 8, let's have 9. Who's giving 9? We're looking for a $900 bid here. What do you say? $900 bid. Ooh, he put his arm up. There we go, another latecomer. You guys have some talking to do here. All right, $900 here. I'm looking for $1,000. What do you say? $1,000 in the back. Excellent, thank you, sir. This is great. He likes the idea of just showing up. I like that. All right, $1,000 in the back, looking for $1,100. $1,100 bid. 1,100, and we have 11. Yes, sir. 11, make it 12. 11, make it 12. Looking for a $1,200 bid. Some of these other folks seem to have fallen off a little bit, but maybe you're having a little conversation. That's okay. We like that. We do provide marriage counseling later, so we got that covered. Looking for a $1,200 bid. $1,200. I have 11 over here. Strong testimonial. Thank you again for that. 1,100, looking for 12. 1,200. Yes! Thank you, sir. We like that. Do you guys know each other? There are no friends at an auction. Just remember that. So I have $1,200. Looking for 13. $1,300. I have 12. Make it 13. 12. Going once. Looking for 13. Going twice. One last chance. And we have sold it for $1,200 to number 110. $1,200 for 110. Excellent. Thank you so much. All right. Bring it, Allison.
Testing. That was fun. All right, our third and final live auction item. It is called Charcuterie to Your Door and More. All right, so what we have, this includes a beautiful handcrafted serving board by a MnCAN care partner, Mike Faust. Mike, can you raise your hand? Hi, Mike, thank you. Woo! So he has generously donated his time and skills to MnCAN as a way to give back and say thank you to the organization. The eye-catching colors that he used in this 23 by 13-inch board includes zebra wood, padauk wood, and bird's eye maple. The handles are pewter finished. This item comes with a hand-delivered charcuterie. And this is going to be made by a woman with excellent taste, our executive director, Julia Halvorson. But that's not all. It also includes a case of quality wines. This sounds like a party to me.
All right. Wow. That's amazing. That is a heavy board. Heavy case of wine, heavy on the charcuterie. It sounds like a winner to me. Okay, we have Julia to thank for this. Thank you so much. And let's get the bidding started. We're going to start at $200. I'm looking for 2. I have 200, make it 3. Make it 3. I have 3, now 4. 4. I have 300, now 4. You were at 3. Okay, he put his card down, just want to be sure. I have 300, looking for a $400 bid. All right, you heard it right there. Let's go, let's have it. What do you say? Looking for a $400 bid. $300? 300? This is the kind of thing where you're paying for it now, and then you call Julia and say, 2 weeks from now I'm having, a dozen people over. Can you do it? She's already got the wine. She puts together the charcuterie. Looking for a $400 bid right there. All right, 400. 400. Make it 5. Has anybody here experienced your charcuterie?
No, they didn't show up tonight.
They did. Okay. 400 now. $500 bid. Looking for a $500 bid. I have 4. Looking for 5. Anybody else? 400. Looking for 5. Do we have anyone online? Okay. They probably can't keep up with all the activity. I don't know. 400, looking for 5. 400 once, 400 twice. Sold to bidder number 126. Thank you so much, sir. $400. Appreciate it. Thank you, Julie. Thank you for everyone who made your donation through the Fund a Need as well as the live auction. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
What a fabulous afternoon this has been. We want to thank you all for your support to the Aphasia community today. And what a community. We appreciate everyone who has watched at home and who who were here in person.
And just some last words here. Don't forget to keep bidding on the silent auction items. It closes tomorrow at 6. If you've won any of the live items here tonight, except for yours, you can take them home with you today.
Unless you live at 1469.
That would work. That would work. That would work. Yeah. Just check out with our volunteers here. They can help you with the item and get all of that loaded into your car. You'll even help load it into their car, right, gals? Yeah. I just want to thank you all. Thank you all for being here, for getting to know Kaylee, and for all your generous support over the last 9 years. It's, like I said, it's been quite a ride. All right. Thanks you, and good night.